Hey YouTube friends and family, it's your girl Shan here. What is all of this, you ask? What do you have in your hand, girl? I have ingredients. And guess what we're gonna make today? Let's see, we have some ricotta cheese, some ground turkey, some Italian sauce, and some spaghetti squash. What you think we're gonna make? What do you think we're gonna make? Stay tuned and you'll find out. Hey, welcome back my YouTube friends and family. It's Shan here, and I hope you guessed correctly what we're gonna make today. We are going to make a spaghetti squash lasagna. Yes, and it is going to be so good. All right, so first things first. First, before we get started, we're gonna go ahead and wipe off this spaghetti squash. Make sure it's all clean on the outside. And we're going to go ahead and cut this in half. Now, it can be a bit challenging to cut this because it's so hard. Yes, it really can be. So we're going to try to cut it as much as possible straight down the middle, but nah, I don't always get it right. It's not the easiest. That's for sure. So you have to kind of just chisel away at it. So got a little half of it done here. Let's see if we can go ahead and split the other half open. And as we can see, my half is not going to be equally halved at all. But we're going to try though as much as possible. Oh, there we go. All right, so we have our two halves. Okay, so before we go ahead and put our spaghetti squash in the water, we're gonna go ahead and just clean out the inside of this just a little, not, really digging in, because we really just want to take out the seeds. All right, so we have the inside all cleaned out. We have our water here. We're gonna go ahead and add a little kosher salt in, or whatever salt that you use. It'll help, give your noodles just a little flavor. So we're gonna turn our spaghetti squash face down, and we are going to put it on mid-high and let it boil for about 20 minutes. Then we're gonna take it out, put a knife through it to see if it's softened, and once it's softened, we can move forward. Okay, so while the spaghetti squash is boiling, I went on ahead and added in my turkey, my ground turkey. We're gonna go ahead and brown this so that this will be ready once my spaghetti squash gets ready. I'll go ahead and add in a few seasonings, and you use whatever seasonings is best, you and your family like. I tend to use a lot of the Miss Dash, the no salt. I love the different, flavors that they have, and some of the Creole seasonings. These are really good. The Creole, and there's another one that I really do like. Complete seasoning is my absolute favorite. So I'm gonna go ahead and brown this up. All right, so my ground turkey is all ready. We're good to go. So we're gonna go ahead and add in the Italian sauce. Pour this right in, and this is sugar-free. So this is, I won't per se say it's, 100% keto. I didn't get this from the health food store. I got this right out of Publix, and I just try to purchase things that that is sugar-free, so I'm not exact with everything when it comes to keto, so, and that's okay. And it has still worked for me. So we got the no sugar. However, I am gonna add in some swerve to kind of take the bite off of from the tomatoes, the tomato paste. Instead of using regular sugar, I just use swerve, And for some people, you may use stevia or monk fruit, you know, whatever you use. I just prefer Swerve because it doesn't have that aftertaste that stevia has. So, and what I'm going to do, the first lasagna I'm going to make, I'm just going to do with the ground turkey. However, the second half of the spaghetti squash, I'm going to actually add in shrimp. So we're going to do one with shrimp, one without shrimp. So mixed in with the turkey meat. However, if you're a vegetarian, you can easily use the, you know, tofu or the, you know, this whatever the, you know, the ground meat or the ground sausage, or, you know, I know they sell that frozen. You can use that in place of this. Or if you are a pescatarian, you can just use, you know, make your shrimp with the tomato sauce and just have a shrimp lasagna. However, my son and I, we like shrimp, so we're going to add that in with our ground turkey. So this is all ready. I'm just going to let this simmer for a little bit and let all of the ingredients merge together. So we have here, our water is starting to boil. It's probably been boiling about 5 minutes now for our spaghetti squash. So prayerfully in a little bit that will be done so we can start putting the lasagna together. All right. So we're going to stir this up, and now we're going to go ahead and taste it and see if I need any more seasonings. Yeah, I actually want to add a little more complete seasoning here to this. And a little more basil. Alright, so now it's time to go ahead and check and see if our spaghetti squash is done. Let me set this right over here. That top is hot. And yes, it is done. It is. Let's make sure both of them, absolutely, both of them are done. They are hot. And so I don't like to overcook them because I like for my noodles to, I don't like them mushy. So we're gonna make sure we take both of them out of the water here. Move that back. And usually I would say, you know, definitely make sure, just wait until it cools off before you start the next process. However, I've definitely done this before. So we're gonna go ahead and start just cleaning out the inside. Just taking a little, just scraping the sides, scraping the sides. Now I don't scrape them all the way to where there's nothing on the side. I don't like to do that because while I'm eating mine, I like to scrape the sides while I'm eating them. So if you've never seen spaghetti squash, as you can see, they just look like little spaghetti strings. And you know, this is really good, especially if you have a picky eater, you know, adult or child, who's a picky eater. It doesn't have any taste to it. So that's why I like to use this in place of my pasta shells, when I'm making lasagna. So it still resembles, you know, spaghetti for them. And you can also use this if you want to do spaghetti. Just go ahead and make your squash and put that on the bottom, and add your stuff on the top. So here's your spaghetti squash. I absolutely love these. So what I am going to do is I am going to take one of these and put it to the side, because this first one I am making, as I said before, I'm not going to add any shrimp to it. So before I add the shrimp here, I just want to go ahead and make a plain one. This is hot, but however, I want to show you the inside. This is the inside. See, I just dug it out. However, I still left some in here on the side, so that as you eat it, you can you know, dig off from the side. That's the fun part. That's just to me. Maybe I'm weird, I don't know. So of course the first thing I'm gonna put in is going to be the meat. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in at the bottom. Put that in. I'm gonna bring you here so you can see. So we have our meat, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our I add my ricotta cheese. Everybody layered theirs a little differently. However, this is, you know, the way I like to layer mine. And you just do what's best for you, or however you like to do it. And then I put my cheese in on the top. And so sometimes, depending on how big the spaghetti squash is, I like to do have at least 3 layers. Then now I'm gonna add in my layer of spaghetti squash. Put that in. Here, and let you see it. So, just so. And then we're gonna go ahead and add in another layer of, have to push it down just a little bit sometimes just to even get 2 layers in. Get it the way I want it. And then I add in some more of my ricotta cheese. And then we're gonna go ahead and add in some more cheese here. And so I am gonna attempt to go ahead and add another layer. So this is my cheese. However, I'm gonna see if I can fit one more layer of spaghetti squash in, because I like to really make it really full. I really do like for it to be a full lasagna. I'm gonna go ahead and add in a little ricotta on the top, and then add in some cheese. Alrighty. This is how this looks after I am all done with it. And I am going to go ahead and put this in the oven and let the cheese melt for about 15 minutes. All right, YouTube friends and family, here's the moment of truth. Just took it out the oven. Yes. That is it. That is it. That is it. Well, that's it, friends and family. Thank you for tuning in today. If you like what you saw today, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, bye.